What is up, boys and girls? We've got an update on the PantsAreDragon situation. So if you guys were not aware, or you didn't watch my initial video on it yesterday, essentially some very serious allegations were made against PantsAreDragon by a person named Love Lindsay. They dropped this entire document, leaking a whole bunch of DMs that go on for almost an entire year. And it is one of the most cringe thing that I've ever subjected myself and my viewers to. Not going to be going over the entire document again in this video. Don't worry, you're safe, but you can watch that initial video or just go read the document. It's all on Twitter. But essentially, the update to the chapter was that last night, PantsAreDragon actually responded to this document, which I'm a little bit surprised at. Because his initial response was that he ignored all of it and played champions that are typically associated with pedophiles, such as Jax, Set, and Annie. He kind of just made a big joke out of it. I didn't think he would be making a serious, response to it or whatever. But he essentially said, my response dropping in 3 hours around 8 p.m. Eastern, advertised his Twitch link, and then at the same time dropped the pre-recorded response to all of the allegations on YouTube. So he was running this YouTube video on Twitch while also farming ad revenue from the 1,200 viewers watching it. But really, it was just a YouTube video. He didn't respond to chat. He didn't answer any questions or anything. And oh boy, his response did nothing to make the situation better. If anything, I don't think he should have responded at all. If this is if this is, the best legal defense you can come up with, because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. We're not going through this, okay? I watched this live and then for some ungodly reason, even rewatched it to make sure that when I made this video, I would not be misrepresenting any facts. It is 57.5 minutes of absolutely nothing. It does nothing to clear his name of the very serious allegations. But credit where credit is due, he does provide some context, such as deleted screenshots, some deleted messages that this person, Lindsay, left out. Now, do those deleted messages do anything to make Pants' case look better? No, absolutely not. However, it does paint a little bit more clear of a picture of Lindsay and who she is as a person and what her intentions were with this whole thing. So essentially, she was making the allegations that PantsAreDragon is a pedophile. She is a 19-year-old. She began talking to him when she was 18. And then over the next year, she, of course, turned 19. So at no points was PantsAreDragon actually talking to an underage woman. But she did this really weird thing where she sent him nudes and then was like, hey, those are from a few years ago. I was 15 in them, which at that point, any sane, rational adult, would have said, blocked them, right? Like, had nothing to do with it. Well, Pants didn't do that. He said, I want to see some more. And yeah, we're gonna skip around in this. Again, it's just a gigantic nothing burger. Pants does say at the very beginning of the video that he has autism/Asperger's, which does clarify. That's what I said in my video. Like, he does not have a neurotypically wired brain. He is neurologically divergent, I think is the correct word for it. So his response, just like I said in my original video, it's not really the same way he started streaming for 35 hours straight when he had very serious allegations against him. He just is not very good at responding to serious situations, or maybe even realizing how serious the situation that he's in is in. So like, yeah, this is just a very big nothing burger. We'll skip around in it, but essentially he just goes through the entire document and justifies and it maybe gives a little bit of context to like what these two freaks are even saying to each other. My conclusion is that the deleted messages that he shows in this does paint a little bit more damning of a picture of this Lindsay character and her intentions. She very clearly wanted money. She very clearly wanted attention. And when Pants, who was pretty much, in his own words, autopiloting responses to her for over a year, she at some point realized that she was not going to be getting the attention or the money that she wanted, right? So at some point, it becomes pretty clear that she's like, okay, well, I'm not getting the romantic interest or the money or the, the energy from PantsAreDragon that I want. Let's see if he's a pedophile, and then maybe I can get my attention that way. Now, again, not victim blaming at all, but I'm standing by my stance here, guys, that there really isn't a victim. This is an adult woman sending someone else's nudes and then saying that they're underage. Like, that's just freak behavior. Like, you're not, I don't think she's a victim. You're just a freaking weirdo. And again, not defending Pants either. I think he's a freak for even entertaining it. So let's jump around and see if we can possibly get a little bit of input from Pants.
Okay. What? Like, I don't really care that much.
And I'm it's funny that I literally just jumped to a random point in the video and that's what he said. That's the entire video, by the way. His argument is that he doesn't care about this woman. He was, you know, alt-tabbing into their DMs between games of running it down in solo queue Nunu style. He just didn't put a lot of attention into it. And the crux of his defense hangs on the fact that at some point he decides in his brain that this woman is 22. Right? She never says that she's 22. He just kind of decides that she's 22. And this is a very, very important point to make. And because at first I was kind of confused why 22. But, you know, he says, oh, I've got a neurodivergent brain. I've got autism. Like, I kind of just latch onto ideas and then I repeat them over and over and over and over and over in my head, which tracks with my previous experiences with Pants, right? So he's basically saying that his autistic brain decided that she was 22. And which would make the nudes that she sent him later and then claimed that these are from 4 years ago, that would land her at 18. So essentially his defense is that, like, oh, I thought she was 22 despite her never telling me that. I just decided that she's 22 and that would make any nudes that she sent from 4 years ago perfectly legal. So not a great defense. That's pretty much the only defense that he presents in this entire 57-minute video. I'm trying to save you some time here, guys. But yeah, so basically nudes sent 4 years ago would be from an 18-year-old. Perfectly legal, right? That's his defense. Again, he does add some context. He does show a little bit of this Lindsay person's character by showing, like, you know, she was trying to scam him out of Hecarim codes. She asked him to buy her nudes at one point, which does actually change the dynamic a little bit. It's not like she's trying to paint Pants as this, like, predator or whatever, but at the same time, like, trying to sell him nudes. So yeah, they're both just bad people. I don't really think that there's a victim here. I think it's just one bad person having awful, weird, icky, boundaryless interactions for a year with another bad person. That's pretty much all I have to say about it, man. Like, that's what this is. Let's read through some of the YouTube comments. I noticed that Pants is actually almost certainly deleting negative comments, because most of the comments that I've read are like neutral to positive. To be honest, as a big content creator, you got to be smarter about these things, since everyone is getting exposed for literally nothing. That was Pants's big, like, mission with this video, is basically to expose her as a clout hungry demon. But we already knew that. Like, Lindsay did a pretty bad job even portraying herself as anything as other than someone who is trying to get money and attention. Like, we could even tell with her edits. So him revealing all of these messages and making her look more and more like she just wanted clout or attention or money, we already knew that. So it doesn't really add anything new to the conversation, and it definitely doesn't excuse the fact that you should have shut down the conversation the second she said the word underage, the second she alluded to it, the second that she told you that these are old nudes, the second that you received them and she told you, like, yeah, she's weird, bro. She's weird. She's clearly trying to entrap you and you fell for it. Like, that doesn't make her the bad guy in this scenario, Pants. That just means that you fell for bait that she set. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I have to say about it. And this is almost certainly the last video we'll ever make on this. I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of closure, because I did have people commenting on my video that you've got to go watch Pants's response. I did. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. It's basically him just saying, yes, I was horny. Yes, she's weird. Yes, she just wants attention. She's trying to entrap me. Yeah, all of that is true. But the fact is, you fell for the entrapment. Like, that doesn't excuse you. And then he also says that he deleted the clips, but you can still find them in the VOD, which I find respectable. He basically said, like, I know how this kind of drama stuff goes. People are going to start clipping things out of context, which is true. it is 100% valid and within his right to delete these clips. I don't even know what these clips are, but yeah, like I get it, bro. I get it. Like when there's a lot of like when you're in hot water, people are gonna start clipping things, and then it's just gonna dig your hole worse and worse and worse. So I respect the fact that he's left the VOD up. However, it's a 35-hour VOD. I don't think anyone's actually gonna go through it because the reality is this whole drama is just a nothing burger. I don't necessarily think it 100% confirms that Pants is a pedophile. I don't think it 100% confirms that he had predatory intentions with her. I just think that he was weird about it. He was weird, and he wasn't a responsible, normal thinking adult in a scenario that he really needed to be. Yeah. So that's it. That's everything, right? Like, people are weird, bro. People are weird. And that's my conclusion on the entire drama. League of Legends community, just do better.